USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
Another day of dangerous heat facing about two-thirds of the nation today, but then it's going to start getting better, according to the National Weather Service's chief forecaster, Bob Orvik.
We'll have at least one more hot day, specifically from the central and southern plains into the eastern U.S. on Sunday, with temperatures again 95 to 100 degrees and high heat indices. But as we go on to the beginning of the week, definitely some improvement. Cool air is going to be spreading eastward, and by the Tuesday, Wednesday, the temperatures are actually going to be below average across a good part of the central and eastern United States.
British officials are calling Iran's seizure of a British-flagged oil tanker on Friday a hostile act. Iran's Revolutionary Guard posting a video showing speedboats pulling alongside the tanker and seizing it in the Persian Gulf. Iran's claiming the tanker was seized because it had collided with a fishing vessel. And this is USA Radio News. Yesterday, the 50th anniversary of the first moonwalks by two of the three crew members of Apollo 11. Vice President Mike Pence speaking at the Kennedy Space Center, making this pledge.
America will return to the moon within the next 5 years, and the next man and the first woman on the moon will be American astronauts.
An entire nation hacked. A major data hack in Bulgaria this week affecting practically every taxpayer in the Eastern European nation, with tax records and other personal data belonging to 5 million Bulgarians ripped off the government's National Revenue Agency's database and published online. The origin of the hack remains under investigation. Manny Pacquiao has regained his welterweight boxing title with a win last night in a split decision against Keith Thurman to regain the WBA title in Las Vegas. And this is USA Radio News. Italian officials are hoping the 36-year search for a missing 15-year-old girl may be coming to an end. Emmanuel Orlandi's sister was present when bones were collected from the depths of the Vatican yesterday. The girl last seen in 1983 on a street in the center of Rome. Officials received an anonymous tip to look for the girl's remains under the statue of an angel pointing to a grave inside the Vatican walls. They ended up opening up 2 graves but found no remains, but after research they realized the remains had been moved during structural work in the 60s and 70s, which led them to a container of bones under a stone slab, which was reopened yesterday. 2 European airlines are suspending all flights to Cairo, Egypt for a week as a security precaution. British Airways and Lufthansa, though, not offering any additional details. And a 2-year-old Minnesota boy wanted to go to the county fair near Rush City a couple of days ago, so they say he drove his battery-powered John Deere tractor to the fairgrounds. The boy's family lives only a couple of blocks from the fairgrounds, but he drove on the sidewalk and through some gates that had been left open for a motocross race before he reached his destination, the Tilt-A-Whirl ride. Unfortunately, before he could get on it, an officer working the fair spotted him and called his parents. His father has since removed the battery from that toy tractor. And for USA Radio News, I'm Chris Barnes.